My name is Steve Allen. I'm currently a staff photographer at Emory University, but previous to this, I worked at a climate change education nonprofit called Earth Vision Institute. As part of that work, we were involved in an expedition to place time-lapse cameras on South Georgia Island in the Antarctic Peninsula. You can see two of these cameras in the photo to the right. The purpose of these cameras was to show how the polar environments are changing, often dramatically. The cameras take a single photo every hour that is light, day after day, month after month, year after year. They are creating a long-term visual record of the changing polar environments. Putting these cameras out was not the only purpose of this trip. If you pan to your right, you'll see Frank Hurley. He's an expedition photographer for Ernest Shackleton's fateful Trans-Antarctic expedition. Hurley took a number of photos of the environment of South Georgia Island and Antarctica in the early 1900s. These are the earliest photographic record we had of what the environment looks like. Our expedition was returning a little over 100 years later, and we wanted to create a series of repeat photographs of Hurley's original images to see how the landscape had changed. In the next photo to the right, you'll see Hurley's 1914 photograph of Gold Harbor on South Georgia Island. You can see the glacier descends down out of the valley, and you can clearly see the terminus of the glacier in the upper right-hand corner of the frame. Now if you pan further to the right, you'll see our repeat from a little over 100 years later. The glacier has retreated way up the valley and is no longer even visible in the frame. Since 1945, 87% of the Antarctic Peninsula glaciers have retreated. I spoke to one climate scientist that said the problem with climate change is where you're really seeing it right now is at the poles, but by the time you see it out your front door, it's too late. I hope these photographs serve as a reminder of what's changing and what's at stake if we don't act soon to address climate change.